Alrighty, y'all. Halftime show is going to be pretty quick, as typical. I will say the crowd noise has been awesome. We've been able to kind of catch them jumping off sides on both sides of the ball. So, good job, crowd. Keep it up. We're definitely going to need the enthusiasm going into the second half. Injuries, obviously, they're starting to pile up, but the next man up mentality has to kick in. We've been talking about how our two deep is probably the best in the Big 12. So, it's good to see that we're kind of holding form there. When it comes to game calling, I got to give Steve Sarkisian a lot of credit right now. The way he's manipulating the backside of the play calling, it's getting us caught off guard a decent amount of the time. Our running game, we got to get it going. As we discussed in our crossover with Locked On Longhorns, we want to see a healthy dose of Jaden Nixon, right? Dom he's doing okay. Spencer's doing okay, but Jaden Nixon, he needs more touches clearly by that breakaway he kind of had there in the half. Speaking of ending the half, this is what I want to really get to is, guys, I would love as much as anybody in the world to get off this, Gundy screwed the pooch last week thing, right? But let's not bury our head in the sand again. This mismanagement going into the second half is absolutely preposterous. One of the biggest cardinal sins in coaching is do not take timeouts into halftime. Why? Because you can't take them with you. They do you no good in the second half. So we're cruising down the field with 1:32 left with 3 timeouts. Things are going perfect, and then we blow that opportunity, and then we expect our kicker, who yes is very, very good, but we make him kick darn near a 50-yard field goal and 30-mile-an-hour winds that have been a problem all day for both teams. It doesn't make sense. Yes, we get the ball coming out of half, but how much better would it have been to have some points on the board instead of settling for a ridiculously long field goal in an inopportune situation that we put ourselves in for no reason? Why would we not just, cut the deficit or come in at halftime tied, so when we take this first possession in the second half, we can have the lead. Instead, we're in a position that we now either have to get those points back on the board or we have to score to even things out. Other than that, it doesn't look bad. Our freshman receivers look pretty good. Shetron's obviously had a couple opportunities that you wish would have went different. Johnson looks really, really good. So hopefully when we get his dad on the show, we'll shed some light on his development, and clearly he's making a massive impact at such a young age. So the depth is going to continue to be a good thing. We need to see more Jaden Nixon. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of Ollie Gordon. Dom's doing okay. Spencer's decision making is a little bit off. His passes seem to be a little bit behind. Our receivers do keep bailing him out occasionally. We've had a few drops, but we got a lot of freshmen in. It's time to prove it. And it's time for Gundy to just, again, why take the foot off the gas for no reason in the middle of a big opportunity? Hopefully, again, he's getting this stuff out of his system as we're halfway into the season. Our bye week has passed us, so these injuries aren't going anywhere. We're going to have to deal with it. And there's not a better team to deal with it than against Texas. Who has the biggest two deep other than us, in my opinion, is Texas. So this game's going to be a slugfest. The points on the board are a little bit higher than I anticipated, but I hate leaving timeouts for no reason when we could have taken the lead, or at least tied the game, or got points on the board. We got to stop screwing the pooch, right? The Hall of Fame coach Gundy has got to stop screwing the pooch. The wind's going to continue to be a factor. Crowd noise needs to keep it up because you guys are killing it. Mason Cobb and Xavier Benson are playing well. D-line's not getting a whole lot of push. Is our D-line a hair overrated, especially in my eyes? Because I've been pumping the D-line more than probably anybody, or at least as much as anybody. Or is Texas O-line that good? We're a little bit late on our blitzes when we're in zone coverage, and it's almost predictable when we are going to blitz and where we're going to blitz from when we're in the zone. So Ewers has had some dimes, as has Spencer Sanders. They've both had some misses, I think, is kudos to the defense. So even though there's points on the board, both these look pretty good. We need to get the running game going. Better decision making would be ideal. from not only Gundy, but Spencer and everybody in tow. We got this thing, right? We're going pound for pound, backup for starter, I guess you should say, because they don't have a lot out. But we're going to keep running through this thing. Gundy's got to continue to give us more opportunities and take a little bit more chance, right? We can't strip ourselves opportunities to kind of keep this thing rocking and rolling. But have faith, guys. Crowd, keep it going. All right, God bless. Go Pokes. See you after the game when we probably hook up again with Locked On Longhorns for a post-game show. Later, y'all.